Well, hi Cancers, welcome to Universal Guidance Tarot. It's time for your weekly reading. I have shuffled these cards very well. I'm going to shuffle them just a few more times. This is a two-part reading. The overall energy of this reading will be in the middle of the first part of the reading. So, Cancers, let's find out what can you expect coming up in your life. There you are as a water sign. Okay, so Cancers, the overall energy of your reading is the King of Swords. The King of Swords, this is about going into self-protection mode, having your sword up in front of you and seeking the truth and the clarity. So this surrounds your entire reading. All the cards are male or female. Also, if this reading resonates, it's probably your reading. If it does not resonate, it probably is not your reading. And I would check your moon sign, which is your private and emotional side. So this is telling me you're kind of, you're starting to put your sword up in self-protection mode. You're seeking the truth and the clarity. And here's the sword magnified in your highest energy. The Ace of Swords. This is the sword. So, you know, the universe really wants us to pay attention to this truth and clarity that you so much need and want. The Ace of Swords is right next to the Queen of Cups, which is right above the King of Swords. Now the Queen of Cups is water, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. This is your energy. This is going to be your card in this reading because it's up here. One of the reasons is because it's up here. But this is the only cup in the deck that has little windows on a lid that is on that cup. It's the only cup with a lid. So what you're trying to do here is peek into those windows because that cup is full of love answers. Answers to love questions. So you have questions. You're trying to understand something that has to do with love. But your guard is up. The Queen of Cups is right next to the Queen of Pentacles. Now, the Queen of Pentacles, like I said, they're all male or female. This is Earth, Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. Might be strong in your chart or in someone else's chart around this reading. But this is the second biggest pentacle in the whole deck. And so you're looking at security, stability, commitment, possibly, groundedness, and in love, because it's right next to the Queen of Cups. So I think that there's a relationship going on here, but you're not sure about where this is going, okay? Under the Ace of Swords is the Hierophant. So the Hierophant is the card for Taurus. So that gives us 2 for Taurus if you want to start counting. But it's the energies that make the most sense in the tarot readings. The Hierophant is about traditional values, traditional morals. It's about commitment. It's about marriage. It's very spiritual. It's about groundedness. And I do think this is a big issue with you in trying to figure out how to move forward. And you really are starting to become on guard and seek the truth about where this relationship is headed. I have the Page of Wands right next to the King of Swords and under the Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, it's brewing, and it's like you have questions brewing from the bottom of your feet, and they're going to come out your mouth. And it's all about holding that staff, fresh staff of fresh starts and new beginnings. So I feel like you're not going to be able to keep this locked up inside of you for very long before you come out with wanting to know the truth. And, you know, swords are about conversation too. So I think you're going to have a conversation or start one with this Page of Wands here about where this relationship is going. I have the Magician under the Hierophant. The Magician, first off, there's a symbol of intuition and knowing. And you have all the tools it takes now, you know, to make a relationship work. You do have a giant cup of love. You have a pentacle for security and stability, which you're looking at here. You're looking at the love here. You have a staff of fresh starts and new beginnings, which you have here. And you also have a sword for truth and clarity, which you have here and here. You have everything. You can manifest, when the magician is here, what you want from life. But is this the right person for you? I'm not sure yet. It does look like it is. Here's the pentacle that the Queen of Pentacles is holding, and it's magnified. It's huge. This is the offer, and it's under the King of Swords. I think that what you're trying to do is manifest an offer of commitment from somebody that you have deep feelings for. And I don't think it's been coming forward, and I think you want to talk about that here. Or you might be the one to make the offer. Okay? This Ace of Pentacles, security, groundedness, commitment, just stability. Man, that is right next to the Five of Cups and under the Page of Wands. You're starting to become disappointed in love. You're having your doubts about the love. But this is what I call the card of hope, because there's two cups right behind this figure, and all that figure has to do is turn around and see the hope and not look at the spilled cups. So change can happen here. I think, right now you're feeling kind of disappointed in love because I think the commitment is not coming in, and I think that's what you want to talk about with your partner. Let me take out the second part of this reading. For Cancer's universe. For Cancers. Man, you're up in your head about this whole situation. Okay, so up here in your highest energy line is the Two of Wands. So we have the Page of Wands, and now we have the Two of Wands, holding on to that staff of fresh starts and new beginnings with one hand, but with the other hand, you're holding on to the world. So that's a new life cycle, but you're not moving forward. You want to move forward. You want to, but you're stuck. You're kind of stuck dreaming about it. That Two of Wands is next to the Page of Cups. Now the Page of Cups, this can be an apology in some readings, but in this reading it looks like this is how you're feeling, because they have the Queen of Cups. You're trying to analyze the love in this situation. I think it's because the Pentacle or the security or stability hasn't come forward. So I think you're feeling like, because down here you're looking at spilled cups, you're wondering if there's a fish in the cup. This can be a card for Pisces, so Pisces might be strong in your chart, their chart, or around this reading. But the Page of Cups, there's not enough room in that cup with that fish in there for love. It's kind of an immature love, and you're kind of wondering if that's what you're getting. If they really don't love you like you love them, if it's really like maybe the two of you are on in different places in this relationship. I feel like that's what you're wondering. I have the Six of Wands next to the Page of Cups. Now the Six of Wands is about success and love, so I think that they do love you. I think that they kind of are on the same page. They may not show it until you have this talk, okay? So these are wands coming up in the background of people celebrating your success in love. So I think good things are going to come out of this conversation. You really are up in your head about it because you want to move forward. And without that pentacle coming forward, how can you? When you spend time alone, it's like these thoughts, all these thoughts come through, and you don't know what is the truth, what is the clarity. You're making up like scenarios in your mind on why this isn't happening. So until you come forward, then you'll be able to have your answers so that you can move forward, with or without, really. But it looks like it's going to be with them, with the Six of Wands here. I have Temperance right next to the Nine of Swords and under the Page of Cups. You're not in balance. You're excuse me, you're out of balance. Temperance's job, your guardian angels and spirit guides, is to like get you rebalanced. You've got one foot in the emotional side of this relationship and one on the ground. And so for you to be able to even come out, you need to get grounded before you even just, don't be over emotional when you come out and start this conversation, because it looks like you're going to. So they want both your feet on the ground so that you can move forward. It's right next to the Judgment card, which is under the Six of Wands. This is a spiritual lesson. There's your guardian angels and spirit guides again. Now, they've been blowing a horn down on you. There's something that you need to learn a lesson on, or are going through a lesson on, a spiritual lesson. It might be, it has something to do with staying balanced. Maybe you have a tendency to overthink things sometimes. But your lesson is here. You're right in the middle of it. But I do see success in love, and it has to do with becoming more balanced, and it has to do with this honest and truthful communication, instead of just letting these thoughts take you over. Under the Nine of Swords and next to the Five of Cups, I have the Death card. Now, this is the card for Scorpio. Scorpio might be strong in your chart, their chart, or around this reading. Another water sign. So we have Pisces, Scorpio, and Cancer. But this is the end of the old. It's right under that Nine of Swords and right next to the Five of Cups. So the old is going to be these energies right here, right next to the card. The end of it. And moving forward towards the new. So I really think this conversation is going to clear some things up. It's going to get you out of your head. And it's also going to clear up. You're leaving behind this Three of Swords energy. This is like heartbreak, you know, just like it looks. Swords through the heart. You might be suspecting they have someone else because they're not committing. But all these thoughts are going through your head. This might be one of them. And, but you're going to move past that. You're also moving past this Two of Swords, right next to the Three of Swords, and right under your Judgment card. So this is telling me the part of your spiritual lesson is, instead of blocking your heart by not talking about this and just staying unbalanced, you need to kind of drop your swords. Take your blindfold off, look them in the eye, have a truthful and honest conversation about this. Don't be afraid to open your heart by having this conversation, because I think this is something that you need to do in order to have success in love. So I feel like it's going to work out fine. I just feel like you're going through something, because I don't think the two of you aren't quite on the same page, but I think you're getting there. I'm going to take out one more card for this reading, and it's the Queen of Wands. So this can be Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius that might be strong in your chart or their chart or around your reading. But this is holding that staff again, just like with the Page of Wands, of new beginnings, fresh starts. Also with the Queen of Wands, I'm sorry, I'm out of breath. I had to run and do something real fast. It can be very passionate. You can be a very passionate person. You might have a love of gardens or pets, but wherever you put your heart, you really put your heart. And so that is why you're probably up in your head about some relationship here that you're in. And you're really wondering about the love and the security and stability. And it looks like it's going to come out your mouth. And things will be straightened out with this Six of Wands being here. And your judgment, your spiritual lesson is let go. Don't be afraid. Ask the questions. Get the truth. get the clarity that you need in order to know where you stand in this relationship. So wow, Cancers, this was your reading, and thank you for watching Universal Guidance Tarot.